Poet Wasim Barewli's favorite lines gave me an idea for today's talk. वो मेरी पीठ में खंजर खंजर जरूर मारेगा, वो मेरी पीठ में खंजर जरूर उतारेगा, अगर निगाह मिलेगी तो कैसे मारेगा. Beautiful. And from here germinates the idea of I get that today's topic for my talk is love your enemies. It will certainly and surely drive them crazy. You see, well, it won't drive them crazy, but it will certainly make them wonder the unique and a different response. Just imagine how many time, how much energy, time, and effort we waste in being nasty to our enemies or so-called people who are not so friendly to us. I think if you attend to your work and let your enemies alone, someone else will come along someday and do him for you. But suppose your enemy won't let you be alone. What then? What you can do, my friend, is what a very old relative of mine, I remember from my village, he did. He purchased a land, a field, a farm for himself, and he decided to go to the village and see the newly acquired land. And he walked along the fencing of his new farm, a field, and suddenly he meets his neighbor on the other side of the fence. And the opening remark of the neighbor was, my dear friend, you bought this piece of ground. Along with you also buy a lawsuit with me, which is there for last 3 generations for this fence. This is a classical opening for a feud, my friend, that could go on for next few centuries or generations, like it coming from few generations, and make generations of enemies. But my friend, my ancestor was unique. He believed that good fence make good neighbors, but more prudent even then good fence are good boundary lines. And what this new owner of land, what he simply smiled and said, I thought I will find some friendly neighbor. And but let me tell you, my friend, I will make sure that we become a friendly neighbor. And he tells him that move the fence wherever you want it, and also send me the bill. You will be satisfied and I'll be happy. And the legend, the story goes that that fence was never removed. And the potential enemies, they became the best of the friends. Remember, there are no little enemies. Enemies may seem little and unimportant, but be careful, my friend. Don't give them the cause to make a career of getting even with you. Never. There are all kinds of enemies, and one of the art of living is to learn to tell them apart. So you can either plow around them as a farmer plows around a stump, or get rid of them by making friends of them. Best two options. But sometimes you run into really a big enemy, the kind that you can go under or cover or ground, or who doesn't want to be loved at all. I remember a friend of mine, a publisher. He tells me a very good shares his personal experience. He says one fine morning his favorite editor came to him one day in a towering rage and said, I can't go on like this. I've tried for years and I just can't get along with that son of a bitch in the accounting department. He goes or I go, and that's final. My friend heard he had a deceptively mild way of speaking. And he said, you are absolutely right, my dear. Very softly to this irate editor. I'm not surprised that you can't get along with this man. I can't. Nobody can. He is that rare phenomena. 100% revolving son of a bitch. But every organization must have at least one son of a bitch. And he is ours. You can be replaced. How sweetly and simply said, but he can't. In this case, the editor was the one who went crazy. My friend, besides the little enemies, you can't wait to grow up to get even with you and the big enemies, the icebergs, which show only 1/7 of their nasty bulk above the surface of everyday life. They're the most difficult enemies of all, my friend. And these are the in-betweens enemies. They can be found lurking halfway up the ladder to success when they can enviously trip you down the way up, gleefully give you a good boot in the pants to help you on your way down. If you ignore the in-betweens, they pursue you. If you turn the other cheeks, they knock you simply block off. You can't lick them because there are too many of them. And you can't join them because if you make friendly advances, they think you're afraid and they'll get twice as difficult. Stand by for an important message. There isn't a thing you can do about them. They are crazy already, my friend. Finally, I would say there is a common garden variety of enemies who never meant to be an enemy at all and doesn't want to be an enemy. Really. He's not mad at you. He's mad at the world. And you're wandering witlessly around on his lonely battlefield, stepping on landmines and getting into lines of fire and not meant for you at all. You have all kinds of enemy, my friend. I remember another incident where I was posted in Ahmednagar in Maharashtra. What happened there? There was a friend of mine, he was fighting with everybody, whether it's a playfield or official functioning or civilians get together. He always had the opinion which was different from others and always get into an argument. We are all bachelors, we are trying to have a get together. When I told him, he said, we haven't got any friends, my dear Zahid. Nothing but enemies. And then I said, I had an instant idea and an inspiration. I said, then let's have the enemy party. Let's invite all your enemies. You think they are your enemy. And we held that enemy party. And let me tell you, that enemy party was the most maddest party we could ever have. Merely success. And the best thing happened that all the so-called enemy we had invited, they're all, by the end of the party, they're all friends. My friend, love your enemies. Pray for them. That you give an impression that you wish well for them. Do good to them, especially those who hate you. It's not a big deal to love in return people who love you. It's a big deal to love people who don't love you so much they hate you even. It will surely drive them crazy, my friend, because it works. Some great author has so beautifully said it. We cannot always oblige, but we can always speak obligingly. How correct was Wasim Bareilly when he said, "वो मेरी पीठ में खंजर जरूर उतारेगा, अगर निगाह मिली तो कैसे मारेगा." Love thy enemy. The Jesus principle. Thank you very much.